big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
Suspect behavior. Did you call him a light-skinned girl? No, I called him a pretty albino girl. It's a difference.
You definitely call him Princess Boy.
I call him Princess Boy. I say he looks like a thumb with eyebrows.
Yes.
Yes, but I never called him gay. What he does display suspect behavior. Like, for example, when he said this about Lil Wayne.
Wayne is my favorite person, though, because it's just, Lil Wayne is just too good. Oh, excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am. What do you think of the Great White Hope? What's that? President Trump. We will still be searching for Spanish fly. and what was the old story was, if you took a little drop, it was on the head of a pin. And you put it in the drink. Cola. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make it, and the girl would drink it, and hello, America.
It's a slight problem with the sweating, because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time.
Well, he's dead, so, in general, you always have to be careful.
So you was in jail for 2 murders?
Yeah, 1 murder and 2 attempts. I just beat.
How you beat that?
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't do it. Clearly.
Welcome back to What's Niggling Me. That first clip was the gem, Anthony Fauci, talking about how he was gonna force everyone to get vaccinated. That was the game plan. Pressure. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I love seeing people winning lawsuits for being fired, for not getting it. I love seeing those. The nurses, the true heroes, the nurses that didn't get vaccinated. Those are the heroes. It's like Chelsea Manning. Hero. These are the real heroes. But on a lighter note, I fucking hate Anthony Fauci, okay? But on a lighter note, the NBA viewership is down. And I have some ideas why. A lot of people think, oh, it's because they're go woke, go broke. That's not it, I don't think. I got a few reasons. And it's not because people are watching the WNBA instead. No offense to women, but like the caliber of women's basketball and men's basketball is not even in the same realm. I think if you put a women's WNBA all-star basketball team together and I handpicked 10 high school basketball players, 10 men's high school basketball players, I even would go as far as saying I'll take 5 high school basketball players and 5 grade school basketball players, men's, really they're all boys because they'd all be teenagers, and they would beat the best WNBA girls, 1000%. I'll take Marcus Ponder against Brittany Griner, and Brittany Griner will never score a basket. She'll get blocked 800 times in the game. Marcus Ponder will score at will. He'll just have to be careful because they'll fall over when he touches anybody. Gilbert Arenas' son, he will cook. Elijah Arenas will cook every WNBA girl. Doesn't matter who it is. I guess like Asia Wilson would play against. Maybe you can even. It would have to be switched up. Marcus Ponder will kill Asia Wilson and Brittany Griner, so they're gonna have to sub in and switch out. Cayenne Anthony, pretty sure that's what his first name is. Carmelo Anthony's son. He's so much better than every WNBA girl. Eric Dampier. People might not know him, but Eric Dampier has 2 kids, I think, in high school. Dominant. Carlos Boozer's got kids in high school. Dominant. Bro, it would be a joke. It would be a joke. WNBA ain't making any money for a reason. Women don't support women anyways. I've seen it. But for real, I think there's multiple reasons why I tried to do a tiny bit of research when I saw that the ratings were real that far down, and I couldn't. If anybody can, I think there's a good portion that the Toronto Raptors, they're shit, right? They're shit now. And in the more recent years, they were good. They had more star power. Grady Dick and Scotty Barnes are not it. They're okay. They're good basketball players. They're not fucking all-stars. They're not Kawhi Leonard. They're not DeMar DeRozan. Kyle Lowry, he was a good point guard. And his ass is fucking huge, so like he just backs down guards. He played good for the Raptors. He was a good point guard. He's not some superstar, but he's a good point guard. And the city loved him. The Toronto Raptors, I don't know because I can't fucking find any data. All they keep talking about is 2019 in the fucking, if you try to find any viewership for the Raptors like year by year or anything like that. But I imagine Toronto Raptor viewership is down a lot. And if the Toronto Raptors had, and I'm not a Raptors fan, so it's not a biased thing, I just watched it become big and then fall back again. And I'm sure the height of the Raptors, Kawhi years there, compared to right now, huge viewership change. It's one out of 32, I think there's 32 teams. It's 1 out of the 32 teams. Viewership is down right there. Toronto's a big market. I understand nobody wants to play here. It's fucking cold and taxes are horrible. I don't recommend living in Canada at all. If you have choice, don't recommend living here. That's why Kawhi and DeMar went back to the West, where it's nice and warm. So the Raptors viewership. I love Giannis. I've been a Giannis fan before everybody. I don't know one Giannis fan before me. I don't know them. I got receipts on my Facebook from like 2013 or 14 calling him for MVP in years to come, and it happened. But I've been watching him since he looked like a boy. And Milwaukee got a nice new arena, but it's a Packers, it's football. Milwaukee's just not the market. So Giannis is amazing. The market sucks. So there's one 7 o'clock. Okay, where I live, 7 o'clock Raptors in Milwaukee, and like Lakers games, they're at 10 o'clock for me. That's the time zone I'm living in, and so that's one of my reasons. The 10 o'clock games is the issue, but Golden State isn't good anymore. When they were good, and they were doing incredible things. I'm not a Golden State Warriors fan either, but they were doing incredible things. They were able to just rip off a million threes. They were exciting, and that got fan viewership because they were exciting. They're not exciting anymore. Curry doesn't have those games every day, like where he could possibly break the 3-point record every night. Like, that's what was happening back then. Guy could drop 10 threes a game from any part of the court once he crossed half. So there's another team right there. Raptors, Golden State, those were two huge teams. Viewership had to have been huge. And if someone can find the numbers, I'm sure that's what you're going to find. That Golden State and the Raptors had all this viewership. Even if it's not cut in half, if it's lost one quarter, that's a good amount. That's hundreds of thousands of people, I imagine, per game bat watching. It's 2 of 32 teams. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, those are 7 o'clock. They are and have been one of the best teams, if not the best, because of depth-wise, for 8 years roughly. Pretty much from the peak of viewership, once peak of that, I bet you 2016 playoffs, 2016 year and the playoffs were the most viewership the NBA's probably ever had. I don't know that, that's my guess. But it was LeBron and Curry. That was probably the best viewership they ever had. And Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they're good basketball players. They make disgusting amounts of money. They're not Curry and LeBron. Kids probably in Boston maybe want to be like them and rock their jerseys. I don't think nationwide, worldwide, people are getting Jaylen Brown and Tatum jerseys. I don't know. I don't think so. So there's more 7 o'clock people. Boston, Milwaukee, Raptors. Okay, so I got an internet tab up here with my main reason to elaborate on those teams. The Cavaliers are the number 1 team in the East. It's incredible. They have good depth. I like their team. I like Mobley. And I like Jared Allen. Darius Garland. I like their team. And Donovan Mitchell, obviously. But Donovan Mitchell, he's cool. He's the spider. He's pretty dope. Unfortunately, he's not a nationwide star. And he's not going to be. Props to their team, though. I'll give them bad props. The Knicks are decent, but I think a lot of people, a lot of fans of basketball hate the Knicks. I think a lot of sports fans hate New York teams. The rest of I think people don't like the Giants. I think people don't like the Jets. I think people don't like the Rangers. I think people don't like the Islanders. I think people don't like New York teams because of New York fans. I think if you're from Texas, if you're from Cali, you hate those New York fans. You hate the Yankees. A lot of people fucking hate the Yankees except for New Yorkers. And people that just like the fit. People like Jeter jerseys or Yankees caps, but they don't follow the team. It's like a Dodgers. Like the Dodgers fitted is dope too. So is the Yankees one. But the Knicks, I think so many people hate them. People are not tuning into the Knicks unless you're a New Yorker. And there's a lot of shit going on in New York, so I don't know what kind of viewership they're getting. I watched the Be Abysmal though, growing up. They were fucking horrible after Patrick Ewing, Tony McDyess. They were fucking trash. They've been trash for so fucking long. That good for the city? Mavericks. Most people don't know any people on the fucking Mavericks. I like the Mavericks. I played with my creative player on 2K before a few years ago because they got a bunch of young guns. Paolo. And they got fucking the Wagners. But Jalen Suggs, people don't know these people. It's pretty cool. The Wagners is pretty fucking stand out. So many European players in the league. Having so many European players doesn't up the viewership because those people are fucking sleeping when these games are on properly. When people from Lithuania and Serbia and shit are fucking playing in the NBA, they're playing at a time in America when those people are sleeping. Again, nobody knows Orlando players. Bucks. Giannis again. I love him. But it's Milwaukee. Miami Heat. Viewership was probably good. Miami Heat. Thank God I didn't ash my water. Miami Heat. They're not good in my opinion. Sitting in 6th spot. They're not good in my opinion. Jimmy Butler has fizzled, unfortunately. I like the guy. Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young. And a bunch of people nobody knows. They're getting no viewership. Brooklyn Nets. A fucking disaster of a team. Disaster of a franchise. No viewership. A bunch of young people nobody knows that are gonna get themselves nice contracts. 76ers. The biggest disappointment in the NBA. How many fans are they losing? Show me the last 4 years of fan viewership. Show me this year, right now. Show me this past week. I bet you minimal people are fucking watching. They're 8-16. They're trash. Everyone hates Embiid. Everyone hates him. I like him. He does suck it. Like, that's fucking funny. I think he's funny. Now he, like Trump, bothers people. His antics bother people. I find them hilarious. But when he fucking tells people to suck it after he gets a dunk and one or whatever, that's fucking hilarious. Where he humps. This guy humps. He's fucking so funny. Joel Embiid, but people hate him. Hornets. I knew Lonzo Ball wasn't going to be the next fucking great one. And he's a good point guard. And his dad was a problem. LaMelo, though, knew he was going to be good, and he's good. He's undeniable. LaMelo Ball is one of the best point guards in the league, and it's undeniable. It's not the best point guard in the league. He could possibly be at a point. He's really great. Unbelievable awareness. The team's real young. You know what that guy would do with like a Wemby? Oh, LaMelo and Wemby. Oh, it'd be so dangerous. Pick and roll, picking everything on the court. Be nasty. And then we got Raptors. They're second last, and you have the Wizards. Nobody's Washington. Nobody's watching the Washington Wizards. They're trash. It's the East Coast. Those are the teams at 7 o'clock when, for me, in Ontario, which is like fucking all the way down to Florida, all 7 o'clock games we're going to have. And those teams, who wants to watch any of those teams? So you're killing viewership. You're killing so much viewership right there. And they're not killing it. It's, I guess, unfortunate that the NBA players that are really good have all went to the West Coast, that are the players that are marketable. So when I click on the West Coast here, we got Thunder. You got Shea. This guy's from Canada. Canada's actually going to be a good basketball team in these upcoming, especially 2028 Olympics. It's going to be pretty fire. I'm realistic. I've known that they were trash. Jamal McClure was the best Canadian basketball player besides Steve Nash forever. Nobody knows who that is except for me. But Shea, real deal. Real deal, this guy. Fearless. That team's not even good. Like the Thunder team is not even good. He carries, and they got a bunch of support. If he played with one or two all-star players, the Thunder are fucking real good, but they will not win the championship. I got 3 bets right now. Who's going to win the NBA championship right now? And they're not one of them. Grizzlies. My brother is probably so happy that somehow the Grizzlies are one of the top teams in the league. They shouldn't be. They're not winning the championship either. But they got Ja. Again, you have Shea and Ja. And Ja. People want to watch those guys. They play later games. Like, they play like 8:30 for me. So, and some people aren't back on the Ja thing because he was a fucking idiot. He was young and dumb and had a lot of money. So I don't knock him. I found it funny with the shit he was doing. Michael Beasley, he's real dope at basketball, but he was young, dumb, with a lot of money in a bad city. The Rockets, bro. The Rockets. How are they good? That doesn't make sense. I don't like Dylan Brooks. I don't care if he's Canadian. I don't like Dylan Brooks. He does stupid shit. He's dumb. Nobody's watching the Rockets. They got this guy. What's that guy's name? Sagoon? It's like Sagoon. He's this fucking foreign guy, and he's real good. He's gonna be real good. Dallas Mavericks, they're dope. But again, they play at 10 o'clock for me. Playing that late, they got Luka and Kyrie, Blake Lively, Derek Lively. Not Blake Lively. Derek Lively, he's dope. I had my 2K fucking creative player on that team before because, like, they're dope. But Mavericks need one more piece. But they play at 10 o'clock. I want to watch those games. And kids are not staying up on this in so many states. So much of North America are not going to be staying up watching Mavericks games. That's unfortunate. Nuggets games coming on at 10 o'clock for me. That's unfortunate. Phoenix Suns coming on at 10 o'clock. That's fucking unfortunate. The Nuggets and the Suns, I got bets on them to win the championship. They play so fucking late at night. Not for me, but for viewers, for people that gotta go to work in the morning, and kids that gotta go to school in the morning. Can't watch those games all the way through, especially. So that's the reason. It's not anybody's fault except for players playing at bad time zones, I think. Warriors late. Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. He's again in there. He's in the West. Plays at 8:30, like Shea, like Ja. Because they're in Minnesota. And the NBA's got stars. They got players. They're just unfortunately all in the West. Clippers, their stars are always hurt. And James Harden is out here balling out. I don't like James Harden, but he's got to do what he's got to do. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. Unfortunate failed experiment. Lakers. I bet on them to win the championship. You never know, right? Can always bet on LeBron. And LeBron left and went to the West Coast. When LeBron was playing in Cleveland, so that's 7 o'clock games. And when Curry at that same time is playing in Golden State, those are 10 o'clock games. That viewership is huge to have 2 stars of the NBA playing at 2 different times, 41 games of the year, their home games. They're playing at different times. And on an off day, and then separate the days, that's a ton of viewership going all to those games. Curry and LeBron play at fucking 10 o'clock for me. I don't like Curry, but I'd like to watch all Lakers games. Spurs, late games. I would love watching Wemby. There's never been a person like Wemby, and who knows when and if there's a person that can be anything like that. Kings, another 10 o'clock. They're good. The Kings are 13-14 record. They're way better than their record is. Sacramento Kings, didn't bet on them to win the championship. Sacramento Kings, they can compete. They're real good. Troy Blazers, trash. Jazz, trash. Even though I like Lauri Markkanen, they're trash. Pelicans, trash. Zion Williamson called it years ago. Called it in like 2019. Not trash. Broken. Weighs too much, and you can't do that on those knees. Can't jump like that on those knees. I knew it. I watched it. Watched when he was 15, 16 years old. And then I saw him go to Duke, and you can't be that big and jump. So that's why, in my opinion, if you look at the time zones and you look who plays in those conferences, that is why viewership is not good. If you had those guys, if you just switch those time zones, if you just switch those people, I bet you their viewership would go up. There's no solving it. I didn't intend to come on here and say I know why, and this is how we fix it. This is how Adam Silver can fucking fix NBA viewership. I said this is your problem, and there's no fixing it. But I don't think the blame should be on, and I think it's stupid, but the blame isn't on I can't breathe t-shirts and remember her name shit. Like, that's not the reason that people aren't watching. They can fucking mute it. It makes you laugh. If you don't like that stuff, that's the thing. All the stupid woke shit makes people that don't like it laugh at those people. When people were kneeling in football and they were mad that they were doing it, they still watched the games. People are lying if they said, oh, I'm not watching anymore because these people are kneeling. People aren't doing that. That's a lie. They're just saying that shit, and they're secretly watching it. How to get WNBA viewership up? I don't got a remedy for that either. It's unfortunately not entertaining. Angel Reese is tall, so she catches a ball, and if you go and watch, guys basketball's gotten pretty good. Like, these kids are pretty good when they're young. I'll say like 7-year-olds maybe. If you watch a group of 7-year-olds play basketball, that's how Angel Reese plays basketball in the paint. She just like gets the ball and throws it. It's a hot potato. She gets the ball and throws it back up as quick as possible, or like throws it like that. She's just tall. She's tall. It's not good. There's some girls that are good at basketball, but they're guys, so their athleticism will never reach exciting levels. But there's some girls that are good at basketball, like that are skilled. They're in college. I can't give you any of their names. But there's a couple girls in college right now I've seen that are pretty good, that are better than Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And Caitlin Clark, she's a good basketball player. Like she's not fucking Michael Jordan of women's basketball or anything. She's never gonna be. She's not LeBron James of basketball. She's not even Curry of women's basketball. She's gonna be a point guard. That's her best role, is that she can just draw a billion doubles and pass the ball. But there's a couple girls in college that are better than her. I want to say that one of them goes to USC, maybe. Maybe one plays for South Carolina. And then I think there's one in high school. And she can dunk. Like better than the other girls. She can dunk in game. And she can shoot it, but she can dunk in. This girl's better. She's pretty decent. There's this one little girl, but she's growing. Liv Harness, maybe? Liv Harness? I don't know. Maybe that's her name. And she's got mad dribbles, but they're not guys. That's why I'm saying that Gilbert Arenas' son or Carmelo's son that are in high school could go one-on-one with any WNBA girl and cook her every time, over and over. It's a joke. Go look at Marcus Ponder. Go look at this high school kid in Marcus Ponder and tell me that any WNBA girl could play against that guy. There's never been a woman that could play against Marcus Ponder, and he's in high school. I love basketball. What do I got here? I did start today's video with that Fauci clip. I hadn't heard it in a while. It fucking angers me. I hate Anthony Fauci. Anthony Fauci is a fucking evil person. I gotta watch what I say, because I don't like Anthony Fauci. ABC, paying Trump, paying to charity, paying his legal fees, because there's this, you can look this one video up, Sunny Hostin or Hostin or whatever that girl's name is, this girl on The View who just like loves talking about everything's because of race or gender. And she's a multi-millionaire loser that is out of touch. And she, maybe it wasn't even her. It was fucking one of the other losers. Not the good looking one. But they, what'd they say? They said something dumb. And one of them's like, oh yeah, we're fact checked by ABC News. I remember that is the funniest thing in the world. Who cares about ABC News? All of them. All lie. They all lie. And numerous times recently, they've had to issue statements live on air. Trump's getting an apology, too, from George Stephanopoulos. He's a fucking wiener. But, issuing apologies live on air because they lie about people. They just make shit up. And now you can't fucking do that anymore. Or you're gonna get fucking roasted on the internet. And these people are liars. Straight up liars. They just parrot whatever for the government. Not the government. For the DNC. January 6th? They should cover January 6th. Why are they not covering that anymore? They should cover all the FBI informants that were there. How were they treated? And there should be interviews with those people, the FBI informants that were there. What were they up to on January 6th? That's wild. Thought that was a conspiracy theory, that there was people there. These millionaire people that read a teleprompter. Do what they're told. And I believe that lots of them are so naive because they just grew up believing all the lies. But I knew a long time ago when they told me that all the brown people were bad. I didn't like that. I didn't believe them. Too much hatred towards the brown people, and I didn't like it. Bibi Netanyahu, he loves going to war. All he's got left is Iran to go. And he will be very happy. That's why they're trying to pretend. You'll hear them floated out. That this is Iran and this is Iran. That's what they did with Saddam Hussein. Anthony Fauci. Stop the spread. They told you to wear a mask. Stay home. Do what you're told. Your neighbors will snitch on you. I had lots of people over all the time. I went to tons of towns and cities. When Windsor went into the red, I left. Fuck that shit. I'll do what I want. People believed Anthony Fauci. It's fear all the time. All they do is try to instill fear into the people. And they just blindly follow. You think the government wants what's best for you, you're naive. Think they're worried about your health and safety? They closed gyms and left every McDonald's open. Huh? It doesn't make any sense. Did every Domino's get to stay open? How does that make any sense? But they closed gyms. That's when I got real pissed off. When it didn't make any sense. When I would walk to the store and I'd see my gym that I can't go to. But the LCBO, it's where you go get liquor in fucking Canada, is open. The weed dispensary is open. But I can't go to the gym. And I was fucking livid. And then when someone, watch how I word it for you too. But it's true. And it's what happened. And I don't think that fucking violates any guidelines. That when someone got sick in my family and it looked like it was right after a booster, that pisses me the fuck off. And I had to leave social media because I knew I would be not nice on there. I knew I couldn't be on social media anymore because there's too many stupid people on there. And I can't just type on there. I'll lose my mind just trying to type. I couldn't do it anymore. Post and workout shit, I couldn't even do it anymore. It didn't matter. Because now, what I didn't like the entire fucking time, right from the beginning, because I don't trust pharmaceutical companies, I know what they did way before COVID. They've been fined billions and billions of fucking dollars because they lied and pushed through products that hurt people. Oxycontin. Perks. Quaaludes. I watched the Oxys. I watched so many people abuse them. But they're non-addictive. That's what Purdue Pharma said. So I was not naive when they were going to rush a vaccine out for billions of people in the world. I was opposed to it. And then when I know somebody who got it and got a booster, I was not fucking happy when they got fucking pulmonary embolisms, a lot of them. And now they haven't had a booster since, thank fucking God. But it unfortunately took them getting fucking hurt. And they still have them. July or August 2021. 2022. July or August, I think it was. They still have pulmonary embolisms. They still have clots. They're not all gone yet. Over 2 fucking years. No comorbidities beforehand. Safe and effective though. If, wouldn't you love to know? Wouldn't you love to be able to see the studies for an experimental, I don't even know what you want to call it, something that I think it makes you not get as sick, apparently. I don't even know what it does. I don't know what the latest claim is. It doesn't stop the spread. That was a lie. That you can go and look, every news channel parroted. Get it, stop the spread. How many shots do people have that still get COVID? It's fucking hilarious. They fed you lies. And go look how much money Pfizer made. Go look at their profits they made compared to the previous years. Interesting that it's on TV constantly. It's one of the top ads to go get it, get the next one, and the next one. Really set me on a rampage that I knew I couldn't be on social media. Because I wasn't allowed. Because of the stuff I said. Kept getting those stupid misinformation things. Even though none of it is misinformation. But they deemed it was. Zuckerberg said they were encouraging him that these things weren't true. So they pulled my stuff, they pulled other people's stuff. I got suspended from Instagram for a month. I had to fight it. Fucking horse shit. I had to go through Facebook. I got booted from Instagram because I don't use fucking Facebook, but it's Meta, it's attached. And I had to go through fucking Facebook to fucking fight for this thing. And then a couple years later, I don't even use it anymore. Because there's so many dumb fucks in social media. And social media is way different. All the marketing, all the ads that are on there, and everybody's an ad. Everybody's selling something. Not interested. It's just so much short fucking bait. Everybody's just baiting you for clicks and views. It's just crap. It's just trash. I'm here to tell you what niggles me. To nobody. To fucking no viewers, I don't give a fuck. Call them receipts. I hate Anthony Fauci. Trying to see if I got anything interesting here. Oh, okay. I really got nothing else. But I just want to say, the drone stuff, man. Do you notice that is the number one thing being pushed out there? Who cares? Who cares? If it was any issue, they'd be blowing it out of the sky. Like this. They'd be blowing it out of the sky. There's no issue. Who cares? Look what's going on in Syria. You're fed distractions. Look what's going on in Syria. You're fed distractions. You're just to be entertained. It's what football stadiums are. It's what baseball fucking stadiums are. You're just to be entertained with Taylor Swift and shit. Wow, they control the world. Look at China. Is anybody talking about how China is successfully taking over South America and Africa? If they're doing a real good job at taking over South America and Africa. They've cemented themselves into those areas to get all the resources. China is just mining and getting all the resources from Africa and South America. How much time have I talked? I shouldn't get into this. This wasn't the plan. 50 minutes. Yeah. Okay. I got a few more days till I do the Christmas shit, so I'll talk about China in their long-term plan because they have long-term game plans compared to every 4 years, or just our system's different, and they basically admit all their corporations are government run. China, Saudi Arabia, I fear them. It's not because they're Arab. I fear them because there's a reason they don't get scrutinized. There's a reason Israel and Saudi Arabia doesn't get scrutinized. But I'm not getting into it right now. Them in China, those are dangerous players. Those are important players. Nobody talks about them. You gotta research and not care about the bullshit they put in front of you to entertain you. Fucking drones in the sky. Get real. Get real. Look up the Germans that they got a long time ago. The technology that the government plays with and has and invented, we can't even, it's not for us. Don't let them convince you it's Iran. That's stupid. That's stupid. Iran is so scared that Israel's going to finally bait the United States into taking them out, and Israel gets to claim more land. That's the plan, in my opinion. If you ever watch this, anybody, I appreciate it.